We're heading to Rendsburg. Christoph lives in Rendsburg. Surname 42. The answer to life, the universe and everything. It is, of course, total nonsense. We're going there because Christoph 42 is a DRF rescue helicopter. And we just want to know how life is on such a rescue helicopter station. Thomas, one is almost moved to say congratulations. 40 years in the rescue service. Since 1978.
Yes, it doesn't feel like it, but when you think about it, it has actually been 40 years already. But they were a lovely 40 years.
Still, you're here, and you remain active and fly around the region with Christoph 42.
This is
one of the few places where you can actually still work on the patient. And we do everything to maintain patient safety at as high a level as possible. But we do that as a team.
While you are a paramedic on the one hand, you're certainly something more on the helicopter. So, exactly what sort of work is that? What do you call it? How does it work?
It's an English title called HEMS TC. We assist the pilot with flight matters and then assist the doctor with any medical matters. However, we still have this team spirit and everyone must participate. The pilot, the emergency doctor and the paramedic too.
You see that here too when observing your work. I believe it has something of a family feel to it. I have the feeling that this resonates at every rescue station. How important is that in the total framework?
Very, very important. Especially togetherness at the station, the climate at the station. We also engage in leisure activities together. Our wives know each other. The relationship with the pilots and doctors is like one you would have with old friends, and I believe it is critical. When push comes to shove during a deployment, if I no longer speak, then we have to understand each other innately, and we do that.
Do you have a posting you can describe as having influenced you the most?
Yes. As a UN soldier in Georgia, we were notified in the evening of January 2nd, 1996, that a television had imploded and there were 5 injured persons. Then we drove out there, and when we arrived, someone was lying dead outside. Then I went inside to find 3 severely injured children lying around. Their heads and chests were covered in fragmentation injuries, and there were also 2 adults lying there with fragmentation injuries. I then stood in the operating room until the following day, administering anesthetic, while the children and adults were operated on, and they all survived. 2 years later, I learned that the children had returned home and were doing well.
Was the television responsible, or what caused it? Do we know?
No, it was partisans that were assembling a grenade on the kitchen table, and they were all standing around the kitchen table. And the person constructing the grenade received the full force of the explosion, and the fragments flew over the table to the side and hit the children and adults.
Oh my God.
And that is how we, as UN soldiers, tried to do everything to ensure our patients did not die. But we still lost patients, and that has left a mark on me. This feeling of not being able to help somebody has repeatedly motivated me to continue learning. This is also the reason for developing new things.
What are your experiences with corpuls, with CPR?
I've also become a fan of mechanical reanimation aids. I'd always thought that I carried out reanimation very well, and have always seen myself as someone that can do it well. I'm not. Compared to a device, my performance is poor. Consequently, the device is a great help for us.
Do you have a plan where you envisage working up until a certain point in time and then it's over?
No. Eventually, I will reach a point where I say, now I can no longer concentrate on what is necessary. When I've reached this point, I will stop.
Yes. I hope there's some time yet before you stop.
Me too, me too. Because I still enjoy it, and I'm happy to have had the opportunity to do this. I'm very grateful.
Danke.
Thank you.